Coming to you live from the announcer's booth, this is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon, and this is part 2 of my solo playthrough of RRR Rolling Realms Redux. Of course, based on the blockbuster Indian film on Netflix from 2022 about two Indian revolutionaries from different walks of life who put aside their differences to throw a motorcycle at a tiger. This game is not actually based on that, but you should see that movie if you haven't. Really, the motorcycle thing is it's cool. Also, there's songs. It's got everything. American filmmakers got nothing on RRR. But anyway, I'm playing Rolling Realms Redux, the Stonemeier Games roll and write, where you are playing on a bunch of different cards that are references to all sorts of different board games, and there are even some public domain games. Like, if you just noticed, I flipped over a card that said rock, paper... That was clumsy. Rock, paper, scissors. So, I have already started this. It's sort of a 5 mini session. It's like a solo campaign that takes maybe 2 hours tops. I started it on a previous video. Go back and watch that if you want me to walk you through more of the basics of Rolling Realms and the Rolling Realms Redux solo mode. Because for now, I am just going to jump in as soon as I suggest that you like this video too. Even if you like the last one. Like this one, matters just as much. There's no Patreon. All you can do is press the buttons to help Optimal Play. We appreciate it when you do. All right, week 3, where we left off. I was kind of crushing it. I am winning the league with 7 goals to Team A's 3, Team B's 2 goals, and Team C bringing up the rear with still 0. But we're going into a fresh new week, week 3, and I'm going against Team A, which is going to be the hardest team. So let's see how this goes. First, we need to generate the outcome between B and C by rolling a 1. So we add the league number and we get column 5 here, which is 3 goals for B and 1 for C. So B had a great week. They are up to 5 total. We're writing the cumulative number here. And C scored its first goal ever. Both teams had a good week, I guess you could say. And then it's time to draw 3 realms and face off against A. Those realms will be Flamecraft, Poker, and Atiwa? This is another one I'm not familiar with. I assume there's a board game called Atiwa. I've played a decent amount of Rolling Realms Redux going into this I'm not going to rehash why I'm on my 3rd take of filming my playthrough of this. But Atiwa hasn't actually even come up with my games yet, so it's the one I'm also least familiar with, sort of the strategy and rules of it. So this is going to go great. You're getting a little bit of a time jump here as I had to pause the video. So I went ahead and filled in the bot's stars. Team A gets a bonus star on 2 of the 3 cards. So they're looking for 5 on Flamecraft, 4.5 on Poker, 3.5 on Atiwa. So let's look at kind of what's going on each card. Flamecraft, you can basically spend a die, assign any number, to enchant, which is to outline one of the resources here, to circle it. Or you can write a number from a die into one of the shops here to gain the resources that have been circled and to do the ability that is in those shops, which are kind of like bonus actions or gaining resources. And you get stars when you have circled both of the resources in any given shop and filled in all 3 of the number spots. So there's a lot to do there. Like, on its face, if it weren't for the bonus actions that it gives you, it would take 13 dice, which is fairly impossible to get all 6 stars here. I'm feeling like beating Team A here is going to be a long shot. Poker, kind of one of the more complicated ones, I think. Actually, these are all this is a weird set of them, I think. In Poker, you spend a die to either write its number on one of these, basically we're playing Texas Hold'em. You're writing on one of these spaces in the flop, and there are resources to gain when you fill them in, and there are minimums there, like this one on the right has to be a 5 or a 6, greater than or equal to 5. Or you can spend a die to write the entire roll on one of these hands, and then you can start to use that hand with the flop to form a poker hand and get the results. But to play a hand, kind of turn it in for its rewards, you have to spend a die yet again to circle, to outline that poker hand. So another one that takes a lot of dice. And Atiwa here says, use Atiwa? Let me know in the comments both what this game is and how to pronounce it, please. You use a number to either outline any matching terrain card, which are these boxes, and gain the benefits. Gain the benefits. Oh, so some of these are just resources you get when you outline that. Okay. Or circle up to the number of bats on outlined terrain cards. So I want to outline them right away, and then start circling bats. Then, if possible, mark 3 circled unmarked bats to gain a pumpkin or a heart. So you outline one of these with a number that's like 1, 2 here, 3, 4 here, 5, 6 here. Or circle a number of bats on outline terrain cards. So there's 4 already in an outline terrain card, and more you can kind of activate. Then mark off 3 for a reward. You score a star, the stars on outline terrain cards, so there's 3 to get that way. Also, you score a star if you circled all bats, and 2 stars if you also marked them all. So to win this goal, I only need 4, so I will probably not aim for marking them all. But yeah, it's a weird one. It's like a 3-step process, but kind of so is poker. It's gonna be a tough match. So let's get to it. I'm gonna roll for turn 0, and it's a 3. So I've got a 3 right off the bat. I mean, this is kind of fine anywhere, but I would like to, I think, get Ariwa going, because I get 2 resources for this 1 die, and it activates 2 more bats, so that I kind of have 6 that are available to circle in groups of 3. So why don't I do that? I will outline this, and I get a coin and a heart. Okay, turn 1. Oh, that's a pair of 3s. That's always fun, because if I can get another heart, I can... if I can get another heart, I can duplicate one of these, because 2 hearts lets you gain a die that matches a pair. The question is, where would I get that? I could get it in poker, but it would also be really nice to just put in a pair. That's tricky. I can't do it in Flamecraft because it's a 2-step process to get any rewards there. And I can't do it here because the 3 just would give me a pumpkin. So sure, let's do that. I'm going to put a 3 in here, get a heart from poker, spend 2 hearts right away to duplicate a 3. So I still have 2 that I can use. I will go ahead and let's try to keep the hearts flowing. I'll spend a 3 on Flamecraft to outline a heart. And I'll spend a 3 on Ariwa to, circle up to that number of bats. Then, if possible, mark 3 circled bats. So sure, I will circle 3 bats. Then, if possible, and it is, mark 3 bats. And that's going to give me a pumpkin or a heart. I'm going to choose a heart and just try to get back to 2 of them so I can enjoy another pair when I roll one. All right, turn 2. Wow. Another pair of 3s. I've rolled 5 3s. That's insane. All right. I think I can kind of do the same thing here. I'm going to put a 3 in the shop to gather in Flamecraft. And this says to rewrite the same number in an eligible shop. So I'm going to also write it there. And does this, let's see, to gather, gain that shop's outline marked resources. I think, does it also activate this one? Enchant anywhere, outline a resource circle? I'm going to go to the compendium on this one. Let's see if they chain together like that. The first shop you may enchant again, the second shop you may gather again, using the same number as if you would activate the realm again. Well, it says as if you activated the realm again. So, yeah, I think I also get to enchant anywhere, outline a resource circle. I'm going to go ahead and outline a pumpkin here. Okay, that's pretty effective. Also, since I've gathered in the shop, I will get this heart. So I'll just go ahead and spend 2 hearts to duplicate a 3 again. So I have 2 more 3s to spend. I'm going to just throw another 3 into, well, you know what? I'm gonna use it in poker to bank a hand with 2 3s. So now I have a 3 of a kind sitting there, and I could either pretty reasonably get to 4 of a kind or full house from there, I think. And then on Ariwa, I think I'll do the exact same thing as before, which is circle 3 bats, and then mark off 3 bats to get a pumpkin or heart. Let's make it a pumpkin, as the numbers that I need become kind of more specific as I start to fill these in. I'm going to want some dice manipulation. All right, if this is more 3s, I don't know what's going on with these dice. It's a 2 and a 4. Still adds up to 6. Okay. So, a 4 is pretty good in Flamecraft. I can chain actions again, pretty much like I had just done. That's pretty cool. But also, 5s are good for that too, to get them into this shop. I want to have 3 bats available again. I'm going to use the 2 over in Ariwa to circle, or to outline this terrain card, is what that's called, which is going to get me that star that was inside it. So 1 star scored. The 4, I don't really like it in poker, so I'm just going to spend it. I just need to get progress going. Yeah, sure. Okay, I will go ahead and do a 4 here, which I can rewrite that same number in an eligible shop, put it here, and that's a gather, so it's going to get me that pumpkin. And this ability is to enchant anywhere, outline a resource circle. So I will enchant this heart so that I can definitely gather it the last time that I put a number in the shop, and I get a star when I have done both of the enchants there. Okay, turn 4. 4 and 5. Don't like it for poker all that much. Although I probably need to get like some, like I'm not just going to get all 3s forever there. Probably need something else going. And Ariwa, let's just use the 5 in Ariwa, get this one circled. And that gets me a pumpkin and a coin. Feel good about having those resources. And this 4, I'll just put it into Flamecraft for now. I'm just going to circle this coin. You just have to spend a die to do that. Okay, turn 5. Pair of 4s. I'm out of hearts again. I can't duplicate it. But I like the idea of putting that in a poker hand. Yeah, I will go ahead and put 4s there. And maybe just circle the next Ariwa card. That gets me a star, because there was a star in it, and a pumpkin. Sure, I wish I had gotten some hearts so that I could duplicate. I keep rolling pairs. I want to duplicate more dice, but well, here we go. 1 and a 6. So this adds up to 7, which means that I could spend 2 coins to duplicate one of these. That seems very good here, I think. Why don't I think I'm going to use the 6s. I'll just use the 6 to outline this last card. Then all that's left is marking all the bats. I get a heart and a star. But I'm going to spend 2 coins to duplicate the 6. I can use it again. And I'll use it in Flamecraft. I'm just going to put it here where 6s go, and I get that coin. And that leaves me with the 1. I'm just going to throw it into poker. I'll put a 1 there and get a pumpkin. Well, it's either that or I could use 4 pumpkins to make it a 3. You know what? Why not? Let's do it. I can write a 3, and then I can put it here, and so I'm going to get a coin instead of that pumpkin, so I need to erase a pumpkin. And I've also spent 4 pumpkins to adjust that die by plus or minus 1 twice to make it a 3. Now I have a 4 of a kind going, and pretty close to a full house for that hand. Yep, I like it. I will need to start spending dice to cash in those hands, though. With only 3 turns left, yeah, I gotta get that show on the road. A 2 and a 4. All right. Whoa, as I have bumped these numbers. Okay. The 2 is pretty good, I think. It's good in Flamecraft. Well, I want to circle that pumpkin before I fill in that space. Okay, I'm just going to use the 2 to circle pumpkin in Flamecraft. That's going to get me a star. The 4 is good in poker. It would get me a heart, which I should write these down. It's turn 7 already. God. All right, I'm going to just throw the 4 here, get a heart. And now I need to turn in these hands. But I could do that with a coin each, basically, because you use any number. Well, that's good, at least. All right, let's see. 4 and 6. So there's basically no way for me to win on poker, I don't think. Because I need 5 stars to beat their 4.5. And I would need a die to fill in another hand. And I would need 3 dice total to fill these in. Pumpkins can let me use multiple dice on the same card, but I'm out of pumpkins currently. I'm not seeing a route to get that many more. But what I could do is start circling bats on Ottawa with a 6, and that would get me another heart that I could then use to duplicate one of these numbers. Seems pretty good. So why don't I do that? I'm gonna use a 6, so I will use it to circle 6 bats. Then every time I activate this card, I can mark 3 bats to gain a pumpkin or a heart. I want a heart. Okay, so I've used the 6, but I'm going to use 3 hearts to duplicate it. I'm going to also use it over here in Flamecraft, and I will go 6, and then rewrite that same number in an eligible shop and go here. And so that 6 gets me a star, because I have finished that shop. Here, the ability here is to gain a pumpkin or a heart. Let's do a heart. Then if I get more hearts... Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. If I get more hearts, I can duplicate the die again. No, I have coins for that. I think I want a pumpkin. Because maybe I could get 2 dice in the same spot and that could be clutch. I don't know. I'm not seeing a route really here. I haven't spent the 4 yet. I'm going to use it to turn in a poker hand. I can get another pumpkin here. Turning in these 3s. So I have a 4 of a kind. That's a pumpkin and 2 stars. All right, this is rough. This is rough. Not going to sugarcoat it. It's not going well. But here's the final turn. It is a 1 and a 3. Well, I need that 3 to circle the bats here, right? That seems like that's going to get me a 4th star. I'll win that. I'll then win that card. Because I score a star if I circle all bats. So let me just go ahead and spend the 3. Circling the 3 last bats on Ottawa. That gets me a star. Also, I can then mark 3 bats to gain a... pumpkin? I reserve the right to come back to that. Okay. So I can generate a die using coins. You can always spend coins to generate a fake die equal to the number of coins you spent. So like I could generate a 1 with a coin, spend it on poker to turn in this hand. But it's just going to give me some stars that will help my overall score but will not win this card. So what I need to do is win this card. Is it possible? I think it isn't. Well. Yeah, because I need a 5 or a 6 here, and I just don't have anywhere near it. Well, I can tie, though. Right, I can get 2 more stars here. Oh, but I need to turn this into... Yeah, I guess that's my best bet, is to get 2 more stars here on Flamecraft. Well, so then I would tie, and then I would win, tie, lose. How would the total look? If I get 2 stars here, I'd be at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stars to their 14. or 13 rather. 4.5 is 9.5. Yeah. Jeez. I guess the better bet is to go. No, I need to do that. Otherwise, they score a goal, and I think that's worse. I think it's. I think I'm kind of fucked either way. Okay, so I can spend, the one to circle the coin on Flamecraft. That gets me a star, and then I can spend the 2 coins to generate a 2. Write it here. That fills in that shop. So, oh wait, I didn't need the. Okay, hold on. How many? Okay. Never mind. Because if I just use the 2 coins for this 2, I get that star, and this shop lets me enchant circle another resource. It'll get me that one. So I get 5 stars anyway, and I haven't used the 1 yet. And so I could use that in poker. It doesn't help me fill that in and win. But I could use it in poker to bolster my total. So I can turn in this hand. That's a full house, which is going to give me a heart and 2 stars here. I never did end up using these pumpkins, but I don't know, I think I did about as well as I could do given the circumstances. Right? Yeah. Yeah, this was a close game. I think I came closer than I expected when there were 2 or 3 turns left. So let's add this up. On the left, we tie. In the center, Team A beats me 4.5 to 4. And on the right, I beat Team A 4 to 3.5. So we're at 1 to 1 right now. And then it's just going to come down to total stars. So my resources, 1, 2, 3, 4 unused resources. I got 0.4. And my total stars were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13.4. Oh no, I think I see where this is going. 5 plus 4.5 is 9.5, plus 3.5 is 13. And they got 0.6. They beat me by 0.2 stars? Is there anything I could have done to squeeze out another resource? I don't know. That's brutal. I think I realized at one point and decided not to retcon anything. I think I realized that I should have gotten a nut one at one time in the shop and not gotten it. Oh wait, I didn't get this heart, did I? I don't think I did. But I don't know for sure if I missed that. I don't know. Maybe I should have tied, which would be crazy to tie at 13.6. If you were an eagle eye, let me know in the comments. But I'm going to do the responsible thing and give it to A. Because if I missed it, I missed it. Sometimes it happens. It's a lot to track. So Team A scores 2 goals to my 1. And that's going to put me at 8 total and Team A at 5 total, which actually could have gone worse. I'm still up by 3, which feels real good. So, you know what? I'm just going to hit the pause button on this recording to kind of clean up, wipe off these cards so I don't have to bore you with it. I'll be right back. I am back and my hands are starting to get discolored from all the dry erasing. But the show must go on. It is week 4, and you'll see here on the week card here that the goals are now doubled. So I'm back against Team C, which is the easiest team, which is nice, and the value's doubled. I'm actually feeling like this is going to be a big boon, but I'm going to be against A one more time in week 5, so I need to rack up a big lead here if I want to win this. I think that's what's got to happen. Also, a friendly roll that will keep A from getting too many goals would be nice here. Here's my roll to generate the result of A versus B. It's a 5. Plus 4 is 9. So A scores 4 goals to B's 2. So A is up to 9 and B is at 7. All right. And this is going to be the final new 3 realms. Since this is an expand alone, it's possible for you to have more content and not run out. But since there are 12 of these in this box, I actually will be... week 5 will be a remix of 3 cards from among the 12 that at that point I'll have played. But for now, Here we go. We have Tidal Blades, Planet Unknown, and Rock, Paper, Scissors, one of my favorite board games. So let's generate Team C's scores here. For Tidal Blades, it's a flat 4. They have no modifier, 4 stars. For Planet Unknown, 4.5, and they have -1, so it's 3.5. And Rock, Paper, Scissors is just 3, and C gets a minus, so it's 2. Should be pretty beatable. Then let's talk about the cards. Tidal Blades. So Tidal Blades is one of the most straightforward ones of these, I think. There's all these dice on here. You spend a die to mark one off. 6s are wild and can count as any number. And then what you're looking for is these trophies. Trophies are above certain dice, and also you get a bunch of trophies when you kill a monster by marking all of its dice. The trophies advance you on this champion track, and that's where the stars are. So in order to get to 5 stars and win this one, I basically want to get to that space on the track. Planet Unknown, I'm going to assign numbers over time to the shapes here. Kind of when I get a new number, I can assign it to a shape of my choice, but these pairs of shapes have to add up to 7 or less. And then I can place that shape into this grid, and I get some resources by completing these columns, but I'm really trying to get the stars by completing these rows. So I'm going to need at least 4 of those rows to win that card. And Rock, Paper, Scissors. There's this little diagram here of a 1, 2, 3 is a circle, so that would be a rock. The X for a 6 would be scissors, and the diamond for a 4 or 5 would be paper. And you spend a die to draw the icon on the left and get that resource, but then you have to take the other rolled die from that turn and put it somewhere on the right, and you score stars depending on how many hands of rock, paper, scissors you won by putting the right symbols next to each other. So to get 3 stars, which is all I need to win here, I need to win 5 rock, paper, scissors hands on this grid. Okay, so turn 0 is 1 die. Here goes nothing. It's a 1. Well, a 1 could just give me a real small 2x1 polyomino for Planet Unknown. It could also, well, I don't even know really how to use it for rock, paper, scissors. I won't worry about it. It seems like the no-brainer is to just go to Tidal Blades. I can mark off that 1, I get a heart, and I make progress on that monster. Here we go. First full roll. It's a pair of 6s. Whoa. Alright, and I can duplicate that 6 if I get another heart, which I can certainly do. So why don't I put a 6 in here on Planet Unknown. That's going to get me a heart when I fill in that space. Also, I can do this L-shaped polyomino. Why don't I throw that just along the top here? Something like that. I think I'm going to do that. That way I have a little more freedom kind of over, I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, but now I have 2 hearts, so I'm going to use it to duplicate a 6. So now I still have 2 6s. For Tidal Blades, 6s are wild. Why don't I just go ahead and mark off, well, I guess I might as well get a resource. It's early in the game. Resources are good, turns out. I'm going to mark off the 4 here and get a coin. And over here I can put in scissors, and I'll get a heart by marking that spot. And then I need to put in the other die from the roll, which is also a scissors. And I mean, it doesn't strongly matter. So I'm going to want to get a rock there, which is for a 1, a 2, or a 3. It's the most common result, so that's pretty good to get a 6 over on the other side of this one. Actually, yeah, I guess I feel like that's... Maybe I've never really processed that. I think that's what I want to do, is when I roll a 6, I want to use the other value on rock, paper, scissors to get those 6s in the kind of opposing column, because they're the easiest to beat. All right, I'm figuring this out. Here we go. 2, 6. See, this is a perfect example. I'm going to definitely use the 2 on rock, paper, scissors. So I can use the 2 to put a rock here. That's going to get me a pumpkin, and that's a win. And I can put the 6 on the opposing side, and I can put it... I want to get a heart again soon, so I'll put it there, so I can go there with a future number. And that leaves me with the 6 to spend. I could use it as Wild and Tidal Blades, or I don't know, this is a pretty good shape in Planet Unknown. Why don't I just fill in that L shape again, like that. And I barely even realized that very first shape I placed last time got me a star. I'm going to go ahead and mark it for completing that top row. Okay, turn 3. 1 and 3. Okay, that was a little less appealing for rock, paper, scissors. But a 3... I think I like using a 3 on Planet Unknown to start a new shape. Getting, getting the L shape and kind of filling that in. The 3 square L shape. Let's do that. I'm going to put a 3 here. Get a pumpkin. And I want to fill in this 3 with that. You know what? I actually don't think that's a good play. Where I put the shape. I just need 4 stars here to beat the bot. And the easiest ones to get would just be the top and bottom rows. So why don't I work on the bottom and do it here? It doesn't have to be contiguous with what I've already played. And that leaves me with 1. The 1 can just go to Tidal Blades. Mark off that one, get a heart. Then I have 2 hearts. And now let's roll a pair so I can duplicate one. I didn't roll a pair. I rolled a 2-4. Okay, Well, I can, with a 4 here, I can just win a rock, paper, scissors hand, right? Because I would write the 2 next to it, and the paper from the 4 beats the rock from the 2. Right, draw the icon of the other roll die in any slot. I don't have to match it. So sure, let's do that. I'm going to spend the 4 on rock, paper, scissors. So that will draw the paper. Oops, I wanted the heart. Gross. Let's use the actual eraser. There we go. The paper next to the heart. And then I put the rock in here. And I've won another one, plus gotten a heart. And that leaves me with the 2. The 2 is not a shape I've placed yet, so I could use it as a new shape. Or I could put it into Tidal Blades. I think I actually like it for the new shape. Because then I can put it like here, get that T shape, get a coin, and that T shape can go here, finishing a row and earning a star. Fantastic. Turn 5. A 1 and a 5. Yeah, it's not quite as good. Well, it's still pretty good in rock, paper, scissors. Let's just go ahead and do it, not overthink it. This 1 can let me put a rock here, and rock beats scissors, so that's a win. And then the paper for the other one can go next to scissors, also be a win. And I got a heart. That was fantastic. I almost have that one won. I just need to get one more hand one. And this 5, I think, is Tidal Blades this time, because it's a trophy right there and very close to killing that tough monster. All right, turn 6. 1 and 6. Well, I was saying that I can just win a hand on rock, paper, scissors with that, right? I put the 1, I spend the 1, and then write the scissors for the 6 next to it. Let's do that. I want another coin, I think, so I'm just going to spend the 1. There's my 5th hand. I have won this card. I could keep racking up the total score if I want, but I've gotten enough, so sweet. And I have the 6 left. That is a wild. That's a wild on Tidal Blades, or a shape that could complete another star on Planet Unknown. I think I want to get Tidal Blades going, though. Why don't I just complete this one? I get a pumpkin and 4 trophies for defeating that. So I'm up to 2 stars. If I get another 5, I'm good on Tidal Blades, but I've got to get moving. All right. 1 and 4. Um, let's see. 4 is a pretty good Planet Unknown, but 1 is not good on Tidal Blades. It never wants a 1. But I don't like 1 on Planet Unknown. I think I'll still spend the 4 on Planet Unknown. I can put it here. That is going to mark a pumpkin and let me draw that zigzag shape. So that's another star complete. And to win this card, I just have to get that pip filled in. And then the 1, I'm just going to go ahead and use 2 pumpkins to make it a 2. And I'll mark that off, gaining a pumpkin. I'm going to need these pumpkins because I'm going to have to put a lot of dice into Tidal Blades to get these trophies, aren't I? Well, no, if I kill this monster, I just need 1, 2, 3. I just need 2 more, and I could get it on that specific space with a 5. All right, that'll be the plan. I need a 4 and a 5. Easy. Just roll those 2 specific numbers over 2 turns. Could not be any simpler. All right. Oh, there's a 4. Yep. 3, 4. The 4 is what I wanted to finish off that monster. I get a trophy for that space and 2 more trophies for the kill. And this 3 then I will use on Planet Unknown to get that small L shape. And why don't I just do that? And that gets me my 4th star there. I'm feeling good. Turn 9. Pair of 1s. I'm feeling less good. How do I make this a 5? Oh no! Tidal Blades, you're killing me. Oh. What? I'm very close to being able to do this. I actually think maybe I can. I think I can do this. I think I see it. All right. If I spend a 1... Oh, you know what will help? When I finished this off, I took the star. I didn't take that pumpkin and heart that I got. I completed 2 columns there when I put that piece in. So let me get that pumpkin and that heart. I think that will be very helpful. Maybe. Pumpkins let you... Yeah, okay. So I'm going to spend a 1 on Planet Unknown. Fill in these. That completes that column for a coin. Then I can... Yeah, this is coming together. Okay. So that's a 1 spent. I can also spend a 1 on rock, paper, scissors. It's just going to set up a draw here, but I get another coin. Then I can go over to Tidal Blades. What I need is a 5 to go there. I can use 4 coins to generate a 4. I have a extra die, value 4, and use 2 pumpkins to adjust it by plus or minus 1. Make it a 5. Mark that off. I made it exactly. I think I did it. This is potentially... Oops, I forgot to write in the die rolls. That's turn 9. That's possibly my best accomplishment to date. Look at this beauty. Let's add it up. Tidal Blades, I get 5 stars for my progress on the track. I've been doing the stars as I went on Planet Unknown. Rock, paper, scissors, I won 5 times, and so I get 3 stars. So I win on the left, 5 to 4. I win in the middle, 4 to 3.5. And I win on the right, 3 to 2. And let's add up the stars, but if I win on all 3, I like my odds. My resources are 5, 6, 7 unused for 0.7. And then I had 5, 9, 12 for 12.7. They have 4, 3.5 is 7.5, 8, 9.5, plus 0.5 is they have 10. I won all 4 goals. Yes, and I double that in week 4 for 8. C still has 1 total. So I don't think I'm getting relegated. And I'm up to 16 total. That feels incredible. I'm just going to hit that pause button one more time, clean this up, and it's the final week. I'm back and I have washed my hands because they were feeling too grimy. All right, we have shuffled together all 12 cards again because week 5 is going to be a remix of cards we've seen before this league. I'll just lay these out for now, but first let's set up week 5. Triple goals, which means I am ahead of A by 7, which means they can basically beat me by 2 goals, which is then tripled, and I will still win. So I'm feeling really good. And I do go against Team A here, so it's head to head. We're going to generate the results first for B and C, and it's unlikely to matter too much to me at this point. I think a 5 plus the league number of 4 is 9, so 6 goals to 3. So B is going to end up at 13, and C is going to end up at 4. That's going to be their total scores. I've already beaten them. Okay, so it's just down to can I beat A. The first realm will be Ariwa again. The game I am least familiar with and potentially one of the weirdest, I think, realms in this game. It's going to have a 3.5 target, but Team A gets plus a star, so 4.5. 4.5. Second is the Guild of Merchant Explorers. This one I feel confident about. The problem is that has a bot score of 5, and A also modifies it +1, so they are at 6. I need a perfect score here. So the bottom here, it maxes at 5.5. They have 6 towards their total goals, or total stars rather, but I do beat them. Basically, I win ties for this card itself. And actually, I find that this one's pretty easy to get all 6, so I'm a little optimistic. And Legacy of You. Okay, this went great for me last time. They have 4 and are not modifying here, so 4 stars is the target for A. I think I can probably beat that. All that's left is to do it, so it's turn 0. I'm going to roll 1 die. And it's a 5. Alright. I don't love that for the Legacy of You. I do like it to start off the Guild of Merchant Explorers pretty well. Or it could just start circling something on Ottawa. I think I want to make sure to win the Guild of Merchant Explorers, because I think I can, and then that is 6 stars towards my total, which will be very powerful. So that's what I want to do. A 5 or 6 lets me mark either a green, a yellow, and a red, but I have to work out from the city, or a water and 2 adjacent hexes. I think I'm going to just do that. Why don't I do like something like this. Water and 2 adjacent hexes in a line to cover that water so it's easier to get across and to get closer to these stars. Okay, turn 1. 2-6. I like I don't love the 2 in Legacy of You. Like a 3 would be better for next to that 2. What worked so well for me last time I did Legacy of You was to just do single numbers for these first ones rather than deal with the sums. I guess I could. No, so yeah, let me spend the dice on these other ones for now. So with the 2, I can just circle this terrain card on Ottawa, and with the 6, again, I can do water and 2 in a line, and sure, that feels pretty good right here. I could go water, get to a star. I'm not getting many resources yet. We'll see how much that hurts me, but I feel great about how much ground I've covered in the guild. Let's move on to turn 2. A pair of 4s. Well, it would sure be good if I had a heart. I wonder if I can do anything about that. Because I love to use 2 hearts to duplicate when I have a pair. Yeah, I sure can. The 4 can circle this terrain card on Ottawa, getting me a coin and a heart. Oh, and I should have gotten a star here for circling that one. Heart and coin. And then another 4 could do 2 adjacent hexes on the Guild of Merchant Explorers. Why don't I just get this heart and get closer towards all these stars? And that gets a heart. And then I can use those 2 to duplicate a 4 and spend 1 in Legacy of You. I'm just going to assume I can get a 3 in this column and drop a 4 in this one. And I think I want to kind of keep the hearts flowing, so I'll put it there and gain a heart. Turn 3. 2-5. As my dog is barking in the background. So the 5 is... the 5 is always pretty good in the Guild Merchant Explorers. But it also could just get me kind of the next column in Legacy of You. I think I like that here. But what would I do with the 2 then? I think I'm going to go ahead and do it though. Put a 5 here. I get that heart. And if I use this 2 to get a heart, I have 3 hearts and I could duplicate the 5 and use that on Ottawa. I think I like that. So I'm just going to use the 2 to mark this space because it just marks any 1 hex, non-water hex. Gets me a heart. And then I can spend 3 hearts to duplicate a die. If it costs 3 if they're not paired. It takes 2 if they are paired. Oh, I also could use 2 coins. Let's do that. Let me back up slightly. I'm going to not go on that space and not gain a heart and not spend those, so I should have 2 circled but unspent hearts. If I spend that, if I go to the guild and get this coin, then 2 coins can duplicate a die when they add up to 7. So that gets me a 5. And I'm going to use that 5 to just start circling bats on Ottawa, I think. No, I'll just go ahead and circle another one of these and get the resources. Let's keep those going. I spent 2 coins on that. Okay. Okay, progress is happening. Here we go, turn 4. 3 and 6. I love 6s on Ottawa because circling 6 bats is very good. That gives me 2 kind of groups of 3. Oh, and the 3 is what I wanted on Legacy of You. Okay, I think the Guild of Merchant Explorers can wait a turn. And I'm going to use the 6 to circle 6 bats on Ottawa. It doesn't really matter which bats. So let's go down the left. And the 3 in Legacy of You, get a coin. Okay, straightforward turn. After I circle bats, actually really after I take my turn here, now I can mark 3 bats to gain one of these resources. I'm going to take, I already have 2 hearts. I'm going to take a pumpkin. No, I want to have 3 hearts so I can duplicate a die whenever I want. 4, 5. The 5 is great in the Guild of Merchant Explorers. I can just run up the side. A 5 lets you do 1 of each color, and the stars count as any color. So 1, 2, 3. And that got me a star, a pumpkin, and a heart. That feels really good. And the 4 can like circle this on Ottawa, getting me a star and a pumpkin. This is the point in the game, or in like a round of this, where I feel like I'm crushing it. And then when I get 2 more turns from now, I'm going to realize I don't have enough turns left to do it all. That's the scary thing. But for now, it's going really well. Also, I activated Ottawa, so I can even mark off 3 bats and get a resource. Let's make it a heart. Okay. This adds up to 7. Ain't that interesting? I think I'll use the 5 over on Guild Merchant Explorers. I can get, like I can make this my green, this my yellow, and I just marked off 2 stars, and use this red to get this pumpkin. So that's the 5 used. The 2, I think I will throw into this column to start working on one that's larger than 5, so that I don't have to rely on getting a 6. Oops, I should write these in, 2, 5. So let me take this coin. And then I'm going to use 2 coins, since these add up to 7, to duplicate a die. Duplicate the 5. And I'll just use that to circle this last terrain tile. Actually, no, I think I should circle 5 bats so that I can get to marking bats. Does that matter? I guess it doesn't matter very much. I'll just go ahead and knock that out. Because if I use it for bats now, I'll just need a 5 or a 6 later to circle that. Okay, I get a heart and a star because they were in there. Okay. Turn 7. 1 and 3. Yeesh. Alright. Well, I mean, a 1 gets me kind of one space closer to these stars so that just a 5 or 6 can knock them both out. So I think that's good. I'll use a 1 on the Guild of Merchant Explorers. And 3 can do bats. I think that's it. I don't think I like it over here. 3 will circle 3 bats, and then I can immediately mark them off to get a pumpkin. Okay, I have a lot of resources. I've got to really use them in these last 2 turns, I think. Wow, big numbers. I like that on these cards. 5, 6. This goes great because I can use the 6 to circle 6 bats. Actually, I think I might as well just use the 5. I guess maybe it doesn't matter because I'm going to have to come back and activate this card one more time, circling bats. I'll just use the 5. Mark off 3 bats to gain a pumpkin. The 6 I can use to mark 1 of each color here, but the stars are wild. So 1, 2, 3. I got these last 2 stars. I have maxed out the Guild Merchant Explorers other than a few resources I could pick up. And then Legacy of You, I can spend 3 hearts here to duplicate the 5 and have these add up to 7 here and get a heart. And so now I have 4 stars, and if I can get one more column with some kind of trick in the last round, I could get 5 stars and win this one. Okay, this is going great. This is going great. Final turn. It is a 1 and a 2. Well, that's probably not going to get me up to beating this, so I might tie on Legacy of You. So let's make sure to get Ottawa done. I can use the 2. I can use the 1. Circle 1 bat, and then mark 3. I get a resource. Let's make it a coin, because I might need to create a die to see if I can pull off Legacy of You. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it, though. I think the best that I can do is... Yeah, like I could pump up 1 die high, but... Well, let's play this out. Okay, so I used the 1 here. I have a 2. So I can put it on there, gain a pumpkin. Actually, I'm so close. I have 2 coins. I can generate a die. It's an extra die. I have a 2. I can spend 3 pumpkins to adjust a die by plus or minus 1 and use it in a realm I've already activated. So now let's just use this as my fake die. I generated a 2. Now it's a 3 and I can use it here. And then for each pair of pumpkins, I can adjust it another 1. So it's at 4. It's at 5. 1 shy of it being high enough. Damn. I don't think there's any other tricks I could pull. So, you know what? Let me just... I'm just going to not spend those 4 pumpkins. Actually, you know what? I think I just need to back that out. So I will give myself back those 2 coins and 7 pumpkins, because those are worth 0.1 stars each, and I think that's a lot more value. Okay. Well, this is where I end up then. Ottawa, at the end, I score a star if I circle all bats. I did, and 2 stars if I mark them all. Legacy of You, I score a star for each column that is greater than all of the columns to the left. So 3 is a star, 4 is a star, 5 is a star, 7 is a star, but then we have 2 and 0, so no more stars. All right, and my beer is almost out, so this game, you can't do sports without beer, so this game could not end at a better time. Ottawa, I win 6 to 4.5, so that's 1 for me. Guild Merchant Explorers, I win 6 to 5.5 for the purposes of deciding who wins, and Legacy of You, I tied. So that's great. I have 2 goals to 0 right there, and then let's look at the total. Oops, I didn't write this 4 in. They have 4.5, plus 6 plus 4, so that's plus 10. It's 14.5 and 0.9 on resources, so that's 15.4 stars. Yikes. I have 6. Oh, I have 6, 12, 16. And 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 resources. So 1.3 resource stars plus 16, 17.3. I cleaned their clock. I got 3 goals to their 0 and triple that for 9 to 0. 25 to 9. Weirdly, B outscored A, which I feel like is not really supposed to happen often. I did it! I've been promoted! I'm up to, what's up? 3, no, you go up to League 3 from League 4. The differences will be that it will get rid of this turn 0. I'll use a different die roll for its league specific. So on League 3, there would be no turn 0. So it's reducing the number of total dice from 19 to 18. And because you're adding the die roll to when you're checking this table for the other team's results, you are adding one less, and the lower numbers are worse for you. The other teams score more goals. So also, the other teams will, in general, score more goals per round. But I think probably losing that die is more clutch. You know how many times I was scrambling with resources in that last move to try to win one of the cards that I would have lost otherwise? Yeah, it's pretty important. Well, cool. This was fun. Thank you again, Stonemeier Games. They provided this copy that I just used for this playthrough, so really appreciate that, and appreciate you watching, and appreciate me winning. It's really, everyone did good. So, one more chance. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And if you've played any Rolling Realms, let me know what league you've gotten up to. Did you invest in any of the... So there are, I think they're $5, but they're kind of like booster pack type things that add one more, like all the components you need for up to 6 players to play one new game, one new card, and they're inspired by Arc Nova and Agricola and games that don't start with A. So there's all sorts of, your favorite game is probably represented in Rolling Realms. So if you've tried any of those and have favorites, like I'm open to getting a few more. I think there's dozens and dozens of them at $5 each. I'm not likely to invest in them all, but I wouldn't mind adding a little bit more variety to Rolling Realms because I think this is staying in my collection. So let me know if you have any favorites. I would appreciate those recommendations. And I'll be back with more games soon. Happy holidays. I'm recording this here in December, going into, I'm getting a holiday break from work, so you can expect a lot more video production on my end. And I hope that you're having a great time for the holidays with your friends and family as well. And until next time, be optimal.